Excellent. All right, then our game is live between Red Flag versus Kinetic. And this is a ESEA intermediate match. I'm Salamancer. Joining me is Gamu. And we're getting ready to cast at least 15 minutes of this game.
Yeah, just waiting until the invite one starts, but don't worry, they're really late.
Yeah, as with all TF2 games. So we're watching the rollout for 38 Special. Looks like he kind of missed his jump, so he's going to go ahead and go down into the valley. It'll get him there a little bit faster, but of course he's going to be more exposed as well. So checking out the mid-fight. Oh,
Those
wow.
soldiers jumping up.
Yeah, big bomb from those
Yeah.
soldiers. Having a little bit of lag here on our end. I hope they didn't have that in the game. But yeah, it's looking like most of Red Team has been wiped. Snipes is the only one left up for Kinetic right now, and he's having to get the hell out of there. Looks like he may end up getting caught by a scout, though. No, he manages to make it back to that cabin.
Our control point is being captured.
Red Flag is pushing up to Spire, easily going to take it without a contest here, even from Kinetic. Smart.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be smart for I think Red to try and hop out and stop that with what they had. Red actually goes 2 engineers. Is that even allowed? I don't know, but apparently that's what they've decided to do.
It is allowed, actually. Yeah, they're just building up that sentry, teaming up to build it up.
Okay, all right. They've actually dropped down a secondary mini sentry as well. They've got stickies on the point. They've got oh wow, look at that. Lots and lots of damage going down. Looks like most of Kinetic is actually getting knocked out. This Uber was pretty well done here. But now it looks like it's turning around. Red Team managing to hold it just barely. If they can knock out this scout behind the point, and looks like the demo man just went down. Yeah, I think they should be able to hold it off here. Can Red push back to the Spire, though? That's the question. I don't think their medic is up, and so it's going to be very, very difficult for them to do that.
It's very unlikely. I don't think they should even try it. All of Red Flag is coming back to the Spire. It would just be a suicide move, although, as I say that, one of their scouts is coming up, but he's just poking out. He runs away.
Yeah, so we've got a situation where originally Flag jumped in with 100% Uber, and Kinetic didn't have hardly any Uber at all because, of course, they hadn't had the opportunity to build it up. Now the teams have more of an even Uber, so it's going to be a little bit better for the defending team. And so we're just waiting on a Neffy here from Red Flag to push in with this Uber. Looks like he's probably going to want to press any advantage he has. He's probably got a slight advantage.
They've got a 30% advantage right here.
If he doesn't press this advantage, this could be bad for Red Flag. It looks like they've decided to go ahead and pop it. They're going to try and have to knock out this sentry gun so the scouts can get in there. And Red Team basically hiding in their spawn until that Uber goes off. And yeah, so the spawn, I guess there were too many of them inside spawn waiting for that Uber.
There were stickies on the point, but the soldier blasted them to one side and just barely was on the point on one edge.
So an excellent first round for Red Flag against Kinetic. And it looks like this time 38 Special did manage to get that rollout exactly as he wanted it, so he's going to get up there in the house. Looks like both Demomen in the house right now. And we've got the pocket coming up this way. We've got, looks like one soldier down. It's Snipes is down already. He's the first casualty for Kinetic. Snoopy really making a play for that Demo Man and Medic combo, but just did not work out for him.
Kinetic is actually falling back, although they have even numbers right now, so they don't want to give up too much space, and that's what they're doing. Smart not to back up all the way.
Yeah, I mean, this valley is a pretty good hold point. It has a couple of different chokes that the enemies can rush out of. I mean, you know, over here at the obvious choke point, through the house, or around behind are really the only 3 ways in. So they've got their scouts right now watching that back door just to make sure nothing can catch them off guard. And that way they can focus all their spam on these 2 areas.
Right now it's basically just a spam battle. Both teams have full Uber, waiting to do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, in this kind of situation, one team's going to kind of wait for the other one to be aggressive, see who makes a mistake. If one team takes a lot of damage all of a sudden, there's a couple seconds there where the other team will have an advantage, and so sometimes they're waiting for that. 38 peeking around this corner here. I mean, everybody's watching him right now. They're going to need some kind of a distraction out there if they really want to be aggressive. But their scouts, I think, are getting shut down by the Kinetic scouts right now. Looks like a lot of spam directly over that house, so 38 Special returns a favor. Probably doesn't get a lot of hits with those pills, though, because Red Team's pretty well positioned over here.
Yeah, the scouts for Kinetic are watching the flanks as they should be doing, and they're going back to their medic for overheals once they go down to low health. So doing everything they should right here, except
This is it's going to be a very slow game. It looks like just because of the
down.
just because of this stalemate. I mean, no team wants to blink first, and so each one is just playing really super defensively here.
This is something that happens sometimes in the high level play. It's kind of a little unfortunate, but you know, you're gonna have these standoffs between teams to build up to a really big fight.
Oh yeah, one team is most likely going to get wiped here, unless there's a pick, like unless a demo man suddenly dies and the team just basically has to fall back.
There is a sticky trap set up, but actually it goes detonated. So,
oh yeah, I mean each team is going to have their sticky traps ready to go, and they just don't want to push into each other because they know that kind of thing is going to be there.
Wrath goes down though.
Okay, so finally one of the soldiers for blue down. Is that going to give red the confidence they need to push? Looks like they're thinking about it. They're thinking, and there goes the Uber. It's popped in. So we've got the soldier here getting bombing in right now, and Dinthminths, whatever the hell his name is, trying to push in over here.
And he does take out 38 special for red flag. That's a big kill there.
Counter Uber was popped for red flag. Red flag, of course, being the blue team, which is a pain in the ass for me to remember, but it's the breaks. And so looks like with that Uber push, despite the fact there weren't really a lot of picks, red flag just kind of had to fall back for the most part. Looks like our pocket soldier here, Poop, is going for a couple of medic picks maybe, and the medic does go down for Kinetic. So actually, Kinetic was looking like they were being really aggressive there, and maybe just they pushed it a little bit too hard.
And now red flag's Zaneffi's stayed alive. He's got 70% Uber, as they're going to cap this Spire here and push to last with a huge Uber advantage.
Oh yeah. Got Paratroopa in here saying your pocket soldier poop. I like that. So yeah, we've got the charge going in for red flag right now. Looks like they really want to push this up to a 2-0 situation. And as I mean, normally you would like to see the teams basically using that Uber as soon as they get it, but looks like they're waiting to overheal everybody, see what they can draw out from red team before they really push in here. But the longer they wait, the closer red gets to that Uber.
Yeah, Ninja Nick is at 70%.
There's that Uber right now in from blue team. They're managing to knock out a scout and a soldier, pushing everybody else on red once again back into spawn. Very, very, very close to capping there, and they do cap it.
Yeah. Ninja Nick had, I think, 90-something%. He was almost going to have his Uber. Tried to go for an Uber saw there at the end to get it, and get the Uber, unfortunately.
So, okay. I just want to make sure that the stream isn't lagging too bad for anybody. I hope it's not on my end, if it is. Jake Rockwell coming out to the point right now, getting in his battle. Actually, that's a really fast scout out there, or a really slow demo man. So it looks like each team trying to hold their respective crates. Wow, a big hit on Flag's roaming soldier, Worth. He doesn't go down, actually, though, and red team gets wiped out pretty much, except for the demo man, who is basically going to get caught here by these scouts. There's not a lot he can do. He's going for that medic pick, but I mean, that's just, I don't think anything was going to happen out of that.
Yeah, Neffy actually got a needle kill on Dunsmith.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, it looks like red flag is probably going to be able to make this 3-0 then. They're going to have that 100% Uber advantage going into the last point, and of course, when you can make your team invincible and the other team can't, there's almost only one way that can go most of the time.
And Neffy actually wasn't healing the whole time, so he's just on 90% right now, although they will still have a big advantage.
Looks like we got Heavy coming out for red flag, but of course, even a Heavy, if he's not invincible, isn't going to do very much against an invincible soldier or whatever. Let's find some blue
Giving
players.
some time for Kinetic to build, but Kinetic still stuck at about 70%.
Weeble over here trying to poke in, but he gets spotted by the soldier, takes a hit. Looks like he may go down. Oh no! What a big pick by Weeble. So they've knocked out a soldier, they've knocked out most of their team while that distraction was going on. So that's going to be cap number 3 for red flag. So that's going to be halftime for this game.
Yeah, red flag is being very dominant so far. Not sure if Kinetic is just not playing as well as they should be, because they're a very high-level team, and this should not be a one-sided match, but so far red flag is basically doing everything right.
Oh yeah. I think a big part of it, two of these battles, two of these rounds have been lost at the mid-fight for Kinetic. Let me go ahead and hit my P key. There we go. Yeah, I mean, two of these battles have been lost in the mid-fight where Team Kinetic just got wiped out on mid. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, should they just be more conservative and let the other team cap mid and just kind of
No,
hope for the best, or are they going to have to find just a different mid-fight strategy?
well, yeah, different strategy. I mean, if they let the other team capture mid, they better have some amazing passive idea that's going to work for counter strategy. No, they need to contest mid. They just need to contest it smarter. I think that their soldiers need to jump at more accurate times and not just jump to jump. And they need to get out of there faster when they do lose it. See, they're still going Valley here.
Now, Valley, I think, is a little bit faster, and I've heard is a little bit more aggressive. Looks like wheelchair player for Kinetic does get taken out, though. Jake Rockwell taken out. So it's looking like Kinetic, once again, getting wiped out at this mid-fight. Yeah, with nobody down right now for Red Flag. So Ninja Kick, at least this time, he's preserved the Uber, though. So they're probably not going to be able to hold Spire. There's only 2 up. But they're gonna put a harder fight up, I think, for the last point, and potentially maybe able to pull back from that.
Mm-hmm. They lost all their players at once there. Once again, that's not the first time that's happened. So, looks like their players for Red Flag are just playing back and waiting for Kinetic's players.
Worth tried to push in there, but could not manage to take upper lobby before he got knocked out. Now, Red does have upper lobby, Red Flag that is, and they're finally on Red team, so that helps. But, of course, they're minus a soldier who's just spawned now and is going to be running his way back over to his team as quickly as possible. And both teams have Uber, so I think we may end up seeing a stalemate again here a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully one of the teams will push first. Actually, it does look like Red Flag is going to be pushing.
Oh, looks like they had their Uber forced really early there, and so counter Uber immediately goes down for Kinetic. This time it's looking like the Uber may not be quite as effective, but they've got that soldier on the point. Oh no, Sticky Trap done very well by Kinetic.
A lot of kills coming in on Red Flag from Kinetic.
Oh wow, yeah, looks like Red Flag, their medic is almost isolated there. Got a lucky pill, or well-skilled pill, I shouldn't say lucky pill, by 38 Special to save that medic and get him out of there.
38 Special actually got 2 kills on the scouts there.
Now Weeble actually going sniper. This could really put a damper on any sort of counter push that Kinetic wants to put out.
He's going lower lobby.
Yeah, he's actually going really aggressive sniper here. He may just try and find that medic on last.
There's a little window there that you can get to see if you look at the medic. It's a red dot.
Yeah, and that medic, of course, is staying right here, trying to avoid that, because getting a headshot right at this situation would not be good. He is in a little bit of danger here. I don't see our sniper though anymore.
And there he gets him.
Yep, does pick him off. I'm terrible with the camera.
Body shot.
Got him with that fully charged body shot. Of course, does 150 damage, and the medic has 150 health. So that's going to give Red Flag the confidence they need to push in. The Uber is wasted, but by then, of course, it's too late. Pretty much everyone on Kinetic was already dead. Their medic was down. So looks like maybe they just didn't notice that sniper until it was way too late.
Definitely props to Weeble. He's one of the best snipers in competitive TF2. And he proved it there. Although it was a body shot, but it was a fully charged body shot, he still had to hit the medic in a small narrow window. It's worth it.
And Lucas, of course, making fun of my wording. Looks like Red Flag decided to go Valley this time, getting there quite a bit faster than most of the blue team, Kinetic. But Red Flag almost completely wiped out. Their medic's down, and they don't have a lot to show for it anymore. Wow, okay, I like this move. This little mini-sentry spot, almost impossible to hit by spam, but it can shoot out onto the point. So interesting that they decided to choose an engineer for that fight, but I guess it seemed to work well for him.
Yeah, that mini-sentry spot is a bane to everyone who's ever played against it. It's a very interesting choice for middle because the engineer gets there later.
He does.
And they sacrificed a scout for him. But,
it seemed to work.
It definitely did help, yeah. Especially since Red Flag came from Valley, so when they jumped up to the points, that mini-sentry pushed them back and put them in a really bad position.
Ooh, I kind of don't like this decision by blue team. Well, okay, so they're pushing him with Uber. They may be able to take this, but they actually took quite a bit of damage from the rockets that will be spammed out into that mid, so that can hurt a little bit. Uber fades right now. Looks like the only person that's been taken down so far from red, though, is the heavy. Now their engineer goes down, but wow, 3 down now. Only their medic, 1 soldier and 1 scout left up for Kinetic, and